Hello everyone, I'm Mrs.zeoxin and welcome back. Today we are playing Scarlet Hollow, so let's jump right back in. Sorry about that, Gretchen can be very slippery when she wants to be. She loves to get loose and cause havoc. This will introduce herself. Hi, I'm Jay. And I'm Stella. Pleasure to meet you. It's not often I see a strange face up in Holler. Every now and then there's a new crop of cool folks, but you don't look dusty enough for that. You aren't in town for the funeral, are you? That's the Scarlet funeral? Yep, just got into town today. Wow, I didn't think there would be anyone else coming. Are you staying with Tabby? How's she holding up? I haven't seen her since Perline passed, or for a while before that now that I think about it. I'm sorry, did I hear you right? I can't imagine Tabitha ever going by something so bubbly. She did back when I knew her better. It's been a while. I hope she's okay. I don't think she's doing well. She's been icy, but it feels like she's putting it on as a front. She's always been a little rough around the edges, to be honest, but it's been hard to tell if that's just the way she is or if she feels like she's been putting on an act her whole life. To think that she's been up in that old mansion all by herself. It'll probably be good for her now that you're staying there, even if she doesn't think so herself. Thanks for letting me know, by the way. How long have you known her? Oh, quite a long time. The town's actually really small, so everyone's known everyone else for as far back as they can remember. Tappy and I got a little close when we were both in school, the school's production of A Midsummer's Night Dream. I was Puck and she was Mustard Seed. As you might have expected, she was more than a little prickly, but I managed to soften her up a bit in the end. But then she graduated and that was that. Oh, if you're just going to town, you must be starving. I was just on my way to the diner for a coffee, and they've got amazing biscuits. My treat. The pleasant aroma of greasy breakfast foods hangs heavy in the air. In contrast with the emptiness, lifeless atmosphere of the family estate, the diner is filled with the comforting din of human life. All of which grinds to a sudden halt as the patrons realize that a stranger has entered the establishment. Hello everyone, I'm Jay. I'm just in town for the funeral. Before anyone can respond to you, Stella casually slides into a booth, pretending you didn't notice everyone gawking at you like a sideshow attraction. Looks like your entrance was a little more dramatic than you were expecting, huh? Folks around here don't meet any strangers as is, and with who you're related to, well, let's just say you'll be the talk of the town for a while. As you settle into the booth, you can't help but pick up some of the rumors of conversation around you. Stella pets Gretchen while you take a quick look around the diner. At the counter, 2 policemen and a woman you assume to be the owner shoot sidelong glances in your direction while whispering to each other. Vivian's kid. Never thought we'd actually meet her. Looks so much like her. Oh yes, those eyes are unmistakable. That haunted look. I've always thought it'd go away once she finally got out of this town, but I guess unhappiness was baked into her DNA. A young mother and her syrup-stained child sit at the table across from you. Mommy, who's that? Don't stare, Tulip. That's Miss Tabitha's cousin. Oh, so that's why she looks so sad. I would look sad too if I had Miss Tabitha as a cousin. Don't you think Tabitha's cousin is mean too? I don't know. You'll find out next time I go visit Miss Tabitha. Are you going to finish your pancakes? They're almost cold. Sweet pea, we've got to get home and help Daddy. Oh, that's probably Janie. The far back corner, a man sits alone at a small table, sipping coffee and reading a paper. Why are strangers who always wander into town never gorgeous blonde ladies of an appropriate age? Why is it always cold boys and punks and whippersnappers? Yikes. Lastly, a group of coal miners sit hunched over the corner of a booth, readily scarfing down, heaping plates of food. So that's the boss's cousin. There's that funeral this week, if I rememberin' right, for old Miss Perline. May she rot in peace. Oh, let the lady rest, Lloyd. She shouldn't speak ill of the dead. One shouldn't speak ill of the dead, no matter how foul they were, especially since they've been so much as Latin to the rest. If you'd have been right around her in her heyday, you'd be speaking ill too, Tommy. He's right, nastiest woman I ever met. That Tabitha is a blessing compared to her. Curse the whole lot of them. May every Scarlet burn in hell. Yikes. That's enough of that. Hey, Stella. I went ahead and fixed up you a coffee. They gracefully placed a cup of specially brewed coffee in front of Stella. Aw, shucks. Thanks, Avery. Can I have some sugar? Already taken care of that. I know you like your coffee downed in cream and sugar. Anyway, here's some bacon for the little lady. Gretchen sniffs the bacon and digs in. Anything for you? How much is the coffee? $1. That gets you unlimited refills. Cool, sweet, I'll have a cup, thanks. And can you throw in a biscuit too? I hear they're really good. Best in the country. Avery pours the fragrant brew of coffee into the empty mug in front of you. They linger after pouring your coffee, turning to you nervously. Oh, and I'm sorry for your loss. Before you have the chance to respond, they're gone. Glad you took my advice with the biscuit. You won't regret it. Anyways, the funeral is not till Sunday, right? That gives you quite a bit of time to slum around town. I'm trying to think if there are any cool events going on this week. There's always the reading adventure at the library, which is supposed to be for little kids, but I do it every month anyways. Oh, and I'm pretty sure Avery's throwing a party Saturday night, so that's a fun thing to look forward to. And the weekly Sunday potluck. That should be right after the funeral too, so it'll be a special occasion. Cool. Sounds neat. Maybe I'll check some of those things out. Anyway, those are all the big events that I can think of. As far as the day-to-day, any idea how you want to kill time for the rest of the week? You mentioned a library. I'll probably spend most of my week there. How's their selection? Oh, it's great. I spend a lot of time there myself. In fact, I was working in the library most of the morning. I actually ran to you as I was just leaving. Oscar does a great job stocking the place. Once he gets to know you, he'll compile these big list of books he'll think you'll like. And he's always right. He might as well label the sections by the townsperson. For me, it's a bunch of books on cryptids and weird supernatural stuff. He manages to track down some really rare sources. Before Stella can finish, Avery returns, biscuit in tow. Here's your biscuit. Winnie says it's on the house. She sends her condolences. Aw, you didn't have to do it. It looks great. No worries. Hope you enjoy. You pick up the biscuit. It's delicate and fluffy. It nearly crumbles at your touch. Buttery warmth emanates from its surface. You take a bite. It melts in your mouth as if it was nothing but butter suspended in a thin matrix of dough. Truly, this is a perfect biscuit. Say what? Whoa, this is really a really good biscuit. Wow. I'm glad you like it. Avery lingers at the table for a moment. So, has Stella mentioned she's famous? Oh, Avery, I'm not famous. Look, if you're not going to go around tooting your own horn, you know I'm going to do it for you. Stella sighs. I'm a YouTuber. Hey! What kind of videos do you... Cool, what kind of videos do you do? She hunts cryptids. You should really check out her channel. Jay, it's amazing. I think the best video to start with is the river one. Not the lake, but you know, the controversial one. Oh yeah, the Catawba River Runner? I didn't expect much out of it, but that outing at the time, but it would wound up being my most popular video by far. So the River Runner is a cryptid that's actually only known from a single sighting. 2 Boy Scouts, right, thought they saw something big and weird in the Catawba River. I'm not pronouncing that right, I'm so sorry. And that's all I had to go on. But then I wound up catching this on camera. Stella pulls out her phone, shows you a clip of something in the river. Some folks said it was a beaver, but if that was the case, it'd be at least twice the size of any beaver I'd seen. And also, I had people saying it was a dog, or even a capybara, that must have escaped from a local wildlife sanctuary. I'm still not sure what it was, and I'm the one who saw something with my own 2 eyes. I like cryptids, and I'm not gonna kill this girl's. Like, I'm not a buzzkill, okay? Like, even if I don't believe in something, I'm not a buzzkill. But also, it's like, I don't believe in ghosts, but I think that there's ways you can explain ghosts. And I can't say that, like, cryptids don't exist, because it's like, you can't definitively say something doesn't exist, because there's no way to know, you know? So, I mean, even if I don't personally believe it, there's always something to know that it's possible, you know? That's an honest to goodness cryptid right there. No way that that's a beaver or a dog. And there's no way a capybara would be swimming in a river in the mountains of North Carolina. Unless there's some North American colony of capybaras in Appalachia, but that would still count as a cryptid, wouldn't it? Yeah, until someone catches a capybara up there, that would still not count as a cryptid by most standards. My comment sections went nuts for this footage, and then from there it spread to Twitter pretty fast. There was polls for days, and I even actually had experts weighing in. It was really cool to experience. And it meant that the video did some pretty great in numbers. Personally, I'm a fan of the capybara theory. Sure, it's not like any local sanctuaries were missing one, but there's always people keeping exotic animals as pets. Kind of a sewer gator type situation. Haha, exactly. Exotic pet owners set it free, and now it will forever roam the Catawba, confusing Boy Scouts and YouTuber commenters for years to come. So, speaking of things to do around town, I was actually planning on filming this week's video tonight, and I was wondering if maybe you'd like to come along. It's a pretty easy one this week. We wouldn't even have to camp anywhere. I'm just gonna go after the... Wait, no spoilers. Whoops, sorry, Avery. It's okay. I should probably get back to it instead of standing around chatting with friends. See y'all around. Now that the coast is clear, I'm gonna be after a skunk ape. But doesn't the skunk ape live in Florida? Oh, you know your stuff, don't you? I know you make a great partner. It mostly lives in Florida, but there have been sightings as far north as Virginia. While I was doing research for last week's video, I came across a report where a lady from town over claimed to have seen one on her deck, playing tug-of-war with her dog. And as I leave no stone unturned, I decided it was worth investigating. So, what do you say? Want to tag along? Heck yeah. Hold the camera for me while I narrate against the darkening sky, that sort of thing? Absolutely. I'd love to come along. That's great. It's been a while since I've had anyone besides Gretchen out there with me. It's going to be a lot of fun. I actually started this channel with a couple of buddies of mine back in middle school, so it's kind of like a blast from the past. Me and... Oh, dear Lord, I'm not going to be... Kanika, right? Because double E is the E sound. Kanika? Me and Kanika and Reese were running around in the woods, flipping over rocks, bothering salamanders. Our videos were terrible, but we had a lot of fun, and that's all that mattered to us. You know, that gets me thinking. I wonder if they'd be down to come along with us, get the old gang back together. Though I guess Kanika has to come out the general store tonight, so I'm pretty sure she's a no-go. But Reese, I think there's a decent chance we could get him to come out of his hidey hole if he's up for it. Do you mind if I make a quick call? Stella pulls out her phone, dials, waiting while it rings. Reese, dude, what's up? It feels like it's been forever. Aw, man, I'm sorry to hear that. Do you want me to come by, or... Okay, if you're really sure, but if you change your mind... Oh, I was just calling to ask if you wanted to come out to the woods tonight. I met somebody cool in town today. She's Tabitha's cousin. I know, yeah, just here for the week. Anyways, you're going out to look for the skunk ape. We could take the easier trails if that would help. Dang, man, that sounds awful. I hope you take it easy tonight. I'll swing by sometime this week, and we can have more low-key hang. How's that? Yeah, I'll bring her. Talk to you soon. Bye, bud. Looks like it's just you and me, pal. Did he ask you to bring me by his house? Why? He's excited to meet you, of course. I think you'll find most folks in town are. Is he okay? He's not feeling well, that's all. He's had a lot going on in the past. Gosh, 10 years or so? But I feel like it's gotten a lot worse recently. I can't remember the last time I saw him leave his house. Oh well, it's not my place to talk about. Really, I just get a little excited thinking about having him along again. He's hilarious. You'd love him. We should really swing by his place sometime this week. That'd be nice. I'd love to meet your friends. Awesome. I'll make it happen. He's definitely the trickier one to meet. Kanika is much easier to track down, since she's at the general store basically every day. But friendship can't wait. We've got a skunk ape. But friendship can wait. We've got a skunk ape to track down. Oh my gosh, that's a really hard word for me to say. So, we should probably head out if we want to make it up to the mountains before it gets too dark. Come on, let's blow this popsicle stand. You pause before getting up. Maybe it's time to make some good first impressions. You reach into your pockets and pull out a crumpled $5 bill. You know it's a bit more than what one would expect to get from such a short dining experience, but you might as well share the wealth while you've got it. You smooth out the bill before placing it on the table inconspicuously. Aw, that's awesome of you. Avery will appreciate that, I'm sure. Stella turns to leave the diner, with you falling close behind. I mean, they gave it on us, like it was free, you know, and that's really nice of them, but I feel like it's good to leave a good tip. So that way, because they already seem to have a bad impression of our family and our mom. And so because of that, I feel like if we're really nice and leave good tips, and we try to just be a really nice and warm-hearted person, that we can get a lot of people to warm up to us and really get accepted in this week that we're here. Stella turns to leave the diner, with you falling close behind. It had been very cold when you first arrived in town, but as the sun dips closer and closer to the horizon, a chill descends upon the hollow, and you see your situation with renewed clarity. You're in a new place, far from civilization, and the people you know, following someone you just met into a dark forest in search of monsters. You feel more alive than you've been in years. You feel alive. The fall breeze passes through the leaves, an orange hue of the setting sun, painting the horizon, the promise of excitement ahead. It's been a while since you felt this in the moment, this present. The world around you almost feels magical. Were a mythical creature to actually manifest in front of you, it would fit properly in with this world. I gotta love this brisk fall weather. This past summer was the hottest on record, since last year at least. You know how it is these days. Each summer's the hottest yet until next summer, which always finds a way to be so much worse. It's just a nice feel the chill in the air, see the leaves change, like normalcy is restored, if only for a moment. Sorry if that was a bit of a bummer. We should really talk about something more of fun, like the skunk apes. Do you ever hunt for things that aren't cryptids, you know, like ghosts, demons, werewolves, that sort of thing? Yeah, for sure. I used to go all out over the spooky stuff. I never had much luck, though, especially when it came to ghosts. Back when I first started doing solo videos, I'd go into all sorts of abandoned buildings hoping to stumble across some sort of activity. But nothing ever happened. It was just always me and my camera in this old house getting worked up over a gust of wind or a creaky floorboard. When it's all said and done, I've been on a lot luckier with cryptids. I want to believe in ghosts so bad, but I can't rule out any possibilities that there really are true hauntings out there. But if there are, I'm sure as heck haven't seen any myself. Werewolves, I think, kind of lump in with cryptids. I'd be shocked if there were actually people out there who turned into animals, but if werewolf lore lines up pretty well with what the great beast genre of cryptid. As for demons, I don't know. Honestly, I don't even want to consider the possibility that they can exist, because if they really are out there, geez, a lot of folk are doomed to an eternity of flames. So let's hope that that's just a bunk, am I right? Anyways, what's up? Has anything bad ever happened on one of these hikes? You know, just curious. Let me think. There was this time back in the early high school when Reese fell down a cliff, but he's fine. We had some folks from town rig up a pulley and get him off the ravine. His leg only took a couple of months to heal. All in all, not too bad. Though I guess there was a lot of time that I was out here alone, kinda got stuck in a cave. I was getting great footage, and I thought what I thought was a family of wampus cats, but I wasn't able to wiggle my way back out. Turns out the wampus cats were actually skunks who very much did not appreciate me blocking the entrance to their hidey hole. And instead of running for help, Gretchen just sat outside bored to tears. Lassie she is not. It took about an hour to get loose, which was pretty insane, but a few tomato juice baths later and I was right as rain, so it could have been a lot worse. Oh, and there was this time I accidentally stumbled into an old duke's property and nearly got my head shot off. But that happens to everyone sooner or later. I barely count it. So yeah, hikes aren't all dangerous, all things considered. I'm sorry, did you just say you almost got your head shot? Are you sure it's really safe here? You know, I'm a little surprised seeing you get cold feet. I know we just met, but I had pegged you as pretty adventurous. I really wouldn't worry about Duke, though. He might be a little jumpy, but he means well, and these trails are way off from his farm. And the wildlife isn't anything to be afraid of either. The worst I've seen is the occasional black bear, and even they scare easy. But hey, there's no point in worrying about bad stuff might happen to us. Sure, sometimes worrying can help you prepare for something, but we're as prepared as we can be. I even carry a bear mace. And if you're as prepared as you can be, why give your anxiety when you can have fun instead? It's not like being anxious ever stops anything bad from happening. In my experience, also does make the bad thing worse. The only thing you can do is tell yourself, this has happened. There's no going back to before. This bad thing happened, and then you'll work on making it better. Anyways, that's all to say, don't worry. What's the weirdest thing you've ever seen in the woods? Other than anything cryptid related, of course. Oh gosh, that's a good one. Let me think. Well, there's always the deer. There's always deer I saw stealing baby birds out of the nest and then eating them. That was pretty messed up. But I think most people know about that these days. I've seen tons of videos of other deer doing it, so I'm not sure if that even counts as weird anymore. Oh, Tetanus Lake. That's definitely the weirdest. It was this 5-foot deep, 30-foot wide pile of old cans and bottles assorted in garbage with grass and trees growing on it, so you could barely tell it was there until you stepped on it. That was practically solid ground with how much it had been compressed, but you still could fall through if you weren't careful, hence the name. Better be up on your shots if you want to mess around in there. It was all stuff from the 50s, too. It was super neat. I salvaged a few bottles that I keep on my dresser as a little souvenir. Did you hear that? Oh, calm down, Gretchen, you old mutt. Same to you, Stella. You're always jumping at nothing, girl. Phew, sorry for being jumpy, Duke. I thought you were some creature out of the darkness. Nah, girlie, just old Duke. Now, what the heck are you looking for way out here? Skunk ape. Sorry I asked. And who's this you suckered into coming with you? Wait a tick, you aren't. Is that? Yep. I see. Welcome to the holler. My condolences. I'll keep you in my prayers. Another stranger, another opportunity for a salty introduction. I feel like if I offer it to someone, someone's not gonna like it. Like, I don't think anyone wants them. You hold out a slippery bag in front of Duke. It's grown quite fragrant since you first put it in the like the scent of old beer, but you're pretty sure this is what it's supposed to smell like. Boiled peanuts from your backpack? No thanks, I'm all set, thank you. Now both of y'all head back to town, you hear? It's best you steer clear of this area tonight. I'm out dealing with my own critter and won't be too appreciative if a couple fools with a camera scared away more sensitive wildlife. What are you hunting tonight? Something tall and hairy. Something musky? You see anything like that recently? Wouldn't you like to know? You never could stay in your own business, Stella. Richmond, put that damn camera down. Oh, come on, Duke. Maybe I could help out. I'm pretty good at tracking. You know I learned from the best. That you did. But I have yet to see a shred of proof that you listened to any of it. The way you tromp around these woods all night yelling about a chunkacabra or whatever you have it. Something's been getting my chickens. And I've lost 3 this week. Couldn't afford to lose any more than that. I'm sorry to hear that. But, I wonder if Skunk Pete has a taste for chicken. Now, see, this is why I don't want you coming about these things. It ain't no skunk ape, whatever the heck it is. Now, I know exactly what it is, but I know you won't believe me if I tell you. Oh, Duke, you don't think it's... I do, actually. It's those damn mountain lions. They're out here, Stella. I don't care what your little investigation turned up. You haven't been out in these woods as long as I have. And sons are sneaky. And, of course, you wouldn't find any in one night of tracking. And I know for a fact it's been getting at my chickens. I couldn't be anything else. I'm telling you, man, mountain lions are extinct in these parts. There hasn't been an actual sighting since the 1990s, and even those were iffy. I can't believe you were going out there on your YouTube saying some river monster spotted a couple school-age Boy Scouts that has been 100% confirmed yet. Appalachian cougars are some kind of far-fetched fantasy made up by geezers like me. You made me look like a fool. I read those comments people were posting on your video, and they were calling me all kinds of names just for seeing things with my own eyes like I know to be true. I'm sorry, Duke. I didn't mean to sick anybody on you. I just didn't think it's possible. You'll eat those words when I carry around a mountain lion corpse out of these woods at dawn. And if you two want a face full of buckshots, I suggest you run home and stay out of the woods tonight. Yeah, I'm not going to butt in because, this is not our place to really argue with these people. You stand awkwardly by as the two continue to argue. Duke, you're just wasting your time. Give us one night out here, and we'll see what we can find. I'm sure we can get to the bottom of this. Yeah, right. You get some shaky footage of raccoon claiming it's header for unknown creature, the heat ray vision, or some such nonsense. I know what I'm looking for, and there's no way I'm backing down. But I've got to film tonight. The video needs to be out by tomorrow evening, and I can't keep on schedule if I miss an update. I might lose my new sponsor. Who knows that'll mean for my career. You ain't the only one on a schedule. As you know well, my boy, Bo and me are headed down to the state fair to show off Big Betty tomorrow morning. We're going to be near a whole week. We'll be gone near a whole week, so our chicken coop might as well have a big ol' all-you-can-eat sign on it. You know how I feel about my chickens. I couldn't take it if I lost any more poor little ladies. Let's just go, Stella. He's not gonna budge. You're right. No point in losing more time arguing. Well, fine. We'll head back to town. Break a leg out there, Duke. Break a what now? I mean, good luck, old man. Alright. Have a nice night, y'all. As you and Stella return to the trail, she carefully looks back at the way you came. Okay, the coast is clear. There's no way we're letting Duke edge us out that easy. Come on. I know a trail that'll get us around him. Lead the way. And trust me, we don't have anything to worry about from old Duke, his shotgun. I've gone hunting with him before. The man sounds like a truck crashing through these trees when he walks. Even if we do cross paths, we'll hear him long before he catches the wind of us. The trail's just up this way. Let's go. Alright, this looks as good shot. Mind holding the camera? She hands you the camera and takes position. As night falls, my new assistant, the mysterious Jay, and I find ourselves on a high hill in the Blue Ridge Mountains, where we'll begin our hunt for the elusive, yet pungent, skunk ape. Though mostly encountered in Florida, this possible relative of Bigfoot has been spotted all along the southern east edge of the United States, including right in this very county. Here's hoping we get a glimpse tonight. We'll check back once we're on the trail. Until then, stay searching, Stellars. I can take the camera off your hands now. We'll be able to start tracking scenes once the sun's set all the way. In the meantime, we get to take in all this beautiful scenery. It's gorgeous out here, don't you think? It's not often I get a chance to flex my biology skills like this. I can identify some of the calls out there, but not all of them. I'd love to get my hands on a field guide and come back when the sun's up. Who needs a field guide when you got me? I've gone hiking in these trails all my life. If I know just about everything that swims, crawls, walks, flies through these woods, from their prints and their poop. So, if you ever have any questions, ask away. Your quiet moment with Stella is broken by a loud, processive snort. Death has come for me at last. Goodbye, cruel world. Whoa, was that a deer? I've seen videos of them making spooky little warning snorts, but I've never heard it in person. Sure was. Let's check it out. As you and Stella hear the footfalls of animals retreating into the woods, she reaches for her flashlight. A single deer remains behind, staring down the light of Stella's flashlight, while Gretchen whines and pulls at her harness. Oh, what is wrong with that deer? And then it's gone. Dear Lord. Jeez, Gretchen, calm down. You're gonna hurt yourself. She cannot handle deer. When she gets like this, I usually have to pick her up and hold her. She has a bad habit of slipping her harness when she wants to go after something. You're too much of a potato, and they don't make harnesses that fit potatoes, do they? Was that some sort of cyst or something on that deer? It looked bad. Yeah, I think you're right. I'd bet it was an abscess. Maybe it's a tumor. It's not like wild animals can get taken care of. They just get bigger and bigger. Poor thing, but there's not much we can do about it. So why do you bring Gretchen with you out here? She doesn't seem like the safest choice for a hiking companion. I actually find her quite the opposite. She wants to chase stuff, but I usually let her when I'm not on one of my cryptid hunts, so I can't hold that against her. I'm just happy she's still feisty even at her age. Pugs aren't exactly known for their good health, but here she is running around these woods at 17. And I still feel the fresh mountain air and exercise have helped a lot in that regard. You defy the laws of nature, don't you, Gretch? Well, that got my heart rate up, so I'm ready for the hunt. Same for me. How about we take a quick snack break, fuel up, then we get right into the night activities. I've got all the best trail snacks. As you settle down to rest, Stella breaks open a bag of assorted snacks, and I think with that, so we don't get too far into it, that's going to be it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed part 2 of Scarlet Hollow, and I hope to see you guys back here next week, or later on this week. I'm not sure how I'm going to post all these for the next part. But with that said, if you liked this video, make sure to give it a like and comment, because unlike Stella, I'm small, and I need to know what you guys like, so we can figure stuff out. Also, make sure to subscribe and hit that bell icon so you don't miss future videos like this, like the next part. And with that, I love you guys and hope to see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye!